Hello everyone, this is Guyan with Genome Studios, here to do another intensive C++ tutorial for O3DE. We left off with doing some components, but I added a little bit of event details into it. So I wanted to do this nice follow-through to get the last little bits of events detailed. This should be a real good addition to your knowledge, and it should cover things pretty quickly. So we left off with a timeout do something. So we time out and we finish and we do something after it. But this gives us a nice opportunity to make doers. So I'm going to use my nice build command, Control-Shift-B. I'm going to create a new component. If you followed my tutorials, you can use this build or you could make your own. And we're going to follow the instructions. So, yep, the gem folder, we're going to do intensives gem. We're going to go reset doer. It's a weird writing, weird naming, but it's going to do things. It's going to do something after we tell it to. Gem name, int intensives gem. Oops, you do not want to write this wrong. Intensives gem, default component. We want to view our Explorer. Yep, intensives, we're going to make our second component here. Press any key to continue. It makes it. Kapow, they appear. Gonna do this kind of fast. We're going to add the interface. It's called reset doer. Reset doer. Save that. We can close this. We can go to our private files. We can copy these doubles, paste that. We can always go into the doer component, rename it just for save time. Now we've got our doer components there. And we're going to do some interesting things here. Just to quickly fill in the doer component, get rid of this. We've got the interface doer, header and body. We're going to do a delay. So actually, we're going to very much just copy a bunch of this stuff. Tick bus, copy, put that in. Tick BusHandler, copy, put that in. The onTick tick bus thing, we're going to put that in after these. Sorry, I'm not going to clean this up. We've got onTick now. We're going to have a timeout time and a timeout tank. Timeout, here we go, at the very bottom. And we're actually going to just have a end timeout. So we're going to save that, reset doer, we've got onTick, we've got end timeout, and now I think we're good. We're going to come here, we're going to copy some of this stuff over. We're just going to take the end timeout, we're going to take the onTick, and we're actually going to take the start timeout, but we're going to do something to it. Save the header. We're going to do what we did last, make a big gap, paste it in. This just needs to get, oops. And now we're going to see, uh-oh, this is totally not correct. So we can just copy this, double-click paste, double-click paste, double-click paste, and we basically have everything we want, except we're going to change this to do something. So we're gonna see how this works. So usually when you have a closed system, we have a thing that says to do something. We have things that say, okay, I'll do it. You don't necessarily go into the reset doer interface and do that stuff. You might not need to. Sometimes you do. But I'm going to show you a slightly different workflow. We're going to get to the timeout do something interface, and we have the do something requests. It's all this stuff. and using RequestBus. You'll see this in a lot of the source code. You use these interfaces for a lot of things, a lot of different buses. So we're going to actually copy paste, and we're going to call it, I don't know. Yeah, we'll just call it do something requests. And we're going to call it do something. Now, similar to the start timeout, we're saying anything that does something has to be able to do something, right? That only makes sense. And now let's just make sure everything's plugged in right. Do something requests, you copy, paste it here. EBus do something requests, timeout do something request bus. So we just want to go get rid of the timeout, get rid of that. Do something request bus. And we have timeout do something requests. So these are two sides of the same coin, and they have to do with your timeout do something system. So as a default, our timeout do something already has the timeout do something interface. So that's totally fine. So let's copy that because it's all correct and go into the doer, the reset doer interface. We can put those after. So now we've got our own interface and we're actually looking at the timeout interface. We're going to now go into here again because it's already made. No. We're going to go into here, do something requests bus. Nobody has it yet. And we're going to go after here and we're going to go public like we always do. We're inheriting do something request bus, but we want the handler for it. And now when we click save, if we try to build right now, we're going to get upset because we don't have the do something. So if we go back to the interface, it's just called capital do something, everything else. So we can just copy this without the virtual, go to the doer. We're going to put this after and do override. Here we go. We can go void do something here, copy, save, and now go into our doer. Oh, so we have do something. Yeah, that's what we did. I already forgot. So we're overriding do something. Do something is coming from the do something requests bus, so we're requesting that it do something. And in our case, we're gonna time out. We're gonna just wait. It says to do something. We're not gonna just wait, do it back. We're gonna just wait. And then after we wait, we're gonna go reset doer, resetting timeout. We're ending the tick bus, and this is where we get to some fun stuff. We're gonna go and actually call it interface. So we're calling do something request bus. We know about it because it's here. We're in the guts and we know about it because we have the header of our thing and the header has the stuff. So we're going to actually send some commands over the events. We're going to go do something request bus and we're going to go event and we're going to do this. And because we have to tell the timeout to do something, we're going to copy our entity ID, put it there. So we're saying, hey me, I'm going to tell you this command. So we're going to go comma, and we're going to make a reference. And so the easiest thing to do is we're not actually talking to the bus this time. We're looking at the do something requests that the bus is representing. So we go reference, it's always a reference, do something requests, comma, comma. Oh, and it even tells us do something. And we end that. So what we've got here is that we're actually sending the signal to ourselves to do something. Oh, geez. No, sorry. We're going to just copy paste this. We're going to exit this. sorry, we're doing the do something from do something. So end timeout, we're doing something. Sorry. Code is the same. We're in the timeout do something. So we're waiting. Once the timeout times out, we're saying, hey, everybody, do something. Hey, myself, everybody, do something. Sorry, this gets a little confusing sometimes. So we want to make sure that we're listening to the do something. So up here in Activate, we already have these kinds of things. So we're looking at our own, but we're also going to look at the do something handler bus connect, and we can just, okay, get entity ID, blah, 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 close that off, copy it here, paste it here, disconnect. So now we're listening for, hey, someone do something. We're doing it. We're doing our something, which is reset. We're going to wait. We're going to connect to time. We're going to do this stuff. And now we're going to call back. So sorry, I'm misleading you here. We're going to call back. So now we're going to go into the interface and we're going to go timeout do something request bus this time. So we're requesting them to do something, and their thing is to request us to start again. So we're going to do the same thing, request bus, comma, bracket, event. We're going to go get entity ID because we're just talking to ourselves. Do that, then we're going to do the reference, but we're not going to do it to the request bus. We're going to do it to the requests themselves, because we're telling it to use this particular request called start timeout. And the reason why we don't have to make a reset timeout is because the start timeout already does the job. It sets the timeout and starts it. So start and reset is the same. And now we have a circuit here. The do something will happen, so we can even go reset do. Reset doer. I'm doing something. Now it's waiting, and then it says resetting timeout. We have our timeout do something component, and instead of saying ran out of time, it's saying, hey, everyone, do something. We're going to save, and we add it to our API. We added it to our privates. See, we almost missed something. The module. We've got our gems. We've got our timeout do something component. We can just go include space because they're just on the same directory. We can just do the brackets. We can do reset doer component H, the header. Now we've got that there. We can just copy, paste, paste. We can just copy the doer component. And now we've got our doer component here doing the stuff. And actually, we forgot one more thing. We didn't reflect our doer things. So very similar. We're going to go, might be a waste of time. We're going to go here, copy the field because it's identical. This one is timeout do something component though. So we're going to copy the reset doer and replace that. And again, it's going to color because it knows what it's talking about now. And then we're going to go in here, and I can never remember data element. And we're going to reflect this event, but over here, sorry, not this event, but this timeout time. Again, we copy pasted, so we want to switch it to the component, and it'll make a color because it knows. Timeout time again, time until we reset the timeout. Good. We don't need to really do anything here. We can just respond. But because we're making a do something and doer system, I'm going to show you something a little advanced about the events that can give us a little extra juice here. So I'm going to quickly go here, and we're going to go to my game manager here. At the very top, we've got an interesting little structure. I'm going to get it to you in a second here. We're going to come back. And because the timeout do something is a master, for now, you would probably want to change it to something a little, do something commander or something. Outside of this class, we're going to click enter, and we're going to paste all of this do stuff. And we're going to just do one particular one. And it's going to be do something. And in here, function on setup man, I'm going to go do something. And in all of these things, we're going to go here and we're going to go do something. And here's actually the details that we're going to do. We're going to make a, what is it called? Not the module, the interface, sorry. We're going to make a DoSomethingRequestsBus handler. So let's go here, and we've got the handler name here, so we're going to just replace before the handler. We're going to go paste. So we've got DoSomethingRequestsBus handler, and just like us, like our doers, we're going to actually inherit from the DoSomethingRequestBus. We've got this, yep. We're going to do our, this is the handler, so we're going to copy this and copy, paste this here. We're already including the do something event, the call, and we're defining it here. So we're saying, hey, when you say do something to this handler, it will call do something. But I copy pasted this, so this GUID is not unique. I don't think right now I have a GUID. We might go into extensions, GUID, a command that makes a new GUID. Let's install that. Huzzah, I trust it and install. My firstborn, you can have it. And now it seems we have it. GUID, okay. I don't know what the command is going to look like. We're on open ground. GUID, generate GUID. And it put it where I wanted it, except we have to do the curly brackets. So now you know that it doesn't do the curly brackets. And this was a new one. I'm going to just do one over here. Generate GUID. Kapow! I'm sure there's less stars in the world than the chance that you can make up the same GUID, and that's probably what they're doing. So now we have a unique handler that also handles do something. Why did we do this? We're actually going to reflect, instead of calling the event, we're going to reflect responding to the event. So we don't have to make a doer C++ component every time. We can make a doer script this way. And I think that's a good, juicy little event detail thing here. So we're going to save here. And I mean, we can definitely expose do something like we did the other one. It kind of, well, I mean, we can make a do something script as well. So let's just do it for full sakes. We've got our do something request bus. We've got start timeout. We're doing that from script. This is the EBus. You can do this on either reflect because it's specifically, we're reflecting this specific thing. So again, we've got a master. So let's just follow the pattern here. Well, okay, let's first copy it. VV. We're doing another EBus. It's called do something request bus. We're going here. Do something request bus. Do something request bus in the intensives. Now we've got a different method called do something. And we're going to do something request bus, copy, put it here. Don't forget that. It's got to all be the same. and we're going to do something. And I think that's good. Start timeout is just over in the request bus. Do something is just over in the request bus. So we've got that. So now we've said, okay, we can call do something, but where does this handler come in? And there's a little bit of extra finessing here. Ah, man, I just want to close all these. Makes me choke. Let's get all the way down to the reflect here, and we've done it. We've defined a handler. I don't know. I don't think I need to do the category here, but just for safety's sake. So we've defined the request bus, but we're also saying, hey, when you're handling this behavior, use our handler too. So do something request bus copy, and then we can just say handler, and see it's even popping up because we know about it, because it's up here above us. And then we're just going to do the category intensives. I don't know if you need this. It might just be already there for here. And we're going to save. So what is all that we did? In the previous tutorial, we created an event as part of the default interfaces called start timeout. And that's what we can use from the outside to tell our timeout do something component to start timing out. Our timeout super component, something component, does its timeout, finishes, but it didn't do something, call anything. But that allowed us to expose the need to call start timeout. But now, as part of a more complete system, we're at the end of our timeout yelling, hey, everybody do something, not just I'm going to do the thing. We're saying, hey, everybody, that's part of me, we should do something. The reason we can do that is because we made an additional EventBus, eBus. You make tons and tons of eBuses. And it requires the people who have do something requests to have do something. So we know if you're hearing the do something signal, you're going to be doing something. We put that on a second component. That's pretty well the same as the rest, except that it's also following the do something request bus. It's got its own interface. It's got the tick bus interface, and it's got the do something requests interface. They're all events because they have handler at the end of them, eBuses. We were forced to make on tick because we're following the requirements of the tick bus. We were forced to make do something because it's demanded by the eBus. Similarly, on our parent, we were forced to make start timeout because we made the eBus require you to have start timeout so that when you're calling start timeout and something's hearing about it, it's going to start its timeout here. We've reflected it. We've reflected our now new do something event, which just like the start timeout will make a little an automatic node that you can use to call, hey, you do something. But by including this handler, this bus handler, it now allows us to transport, if you will, from the header, transport the do something event to the reflected editor. So Lua can find out about do something, and Script can find out about do something, and Lua and Script can now do something just like your doer can, all from the source of your timeout do something or just a do something call. So I think we've got it all. I like the Explorer. We can see what we did. Just to be fair, we're going to verify we've got the reset doer. We've got the reset doer, and in the module, we've got the reset doer. We don't need to add anything else. It's all covered there. So let's build. We're building. Because we added a new file, it now needs to consider, okay, now that we have new files, what are we doing? Adding components is always the slightly longer one. We're going to get the wonderful awkward stall where I have to sit here and not talk to you. One of many. Gives me some time to have some soda. configuring done. So now it's preparing to start compiling everything. Now that we know everything's going well. Took 25 seconds to do that. Took 10 seconds, so we're at 30 seconds. Earlier in my tutorials, the configuring took 60 seconds because it was configuring everything. We're having this command line warning. Oh, here we go. I messed some things up. We've got our behavior eBusHandler from timeout do something component is not a member of AZ. Oh, I know. So as per how all of timeout do something, as per how all C++ goes, if you do not include the information, it does not know that it exists. It does not know at all. Under any circumstances, it will not know. So I forgot that I had to now add on top. Oh, oops, I see what I'm doing. Oopsies, oopsies, oopsies. I was on the wrong. We're on the header. We don't want to do this on the header. Sorry, this is what the intensives are all about. We're cutting it out. The header's on its own. The header's fine. I was on the CPP, but this was on the header. We're going to save. The reason why it didn't work is because in the body, we have behavior context, serialized context, all that stuff. So let's refer to Game Manager under the component declaration. So under this line above activate, we're going in and saying we're making this class. It's going to handle some stuff for us. I'm pretty sure this will work. And the nice thing is we haven't added any new components. Just Game Manager. I'm going to just quickly look at the header here. Might be some of these, but it very likely isn't. Because we already configured, because we already looked at stuff. Oh, it's starting just from the bottom. Oh, what? Oh, I see. Sorry, the window's already open. Now we're going to start. F7. There we go. Sorry about that. 11 things. It didn't have to reconfigure. We're going to find out if everything failed really quickly. I think we might have already found out if it wasn't. Linking, everything's linked correctly. Good. See, some real quick fixing. Tells you right away. Okay, well, let's close that window. I'm probably going to update that thing so that it closes automatically anyways. Okay, now we can run. I always get overwhelmed and think that I'm missing something. So we've got a lot of cool things that we can do now with our events and our components. And like I said last tutorial, knowing this is very, very broad reaching, and you'll have a lot of power with components, events, and your gem. We've got our timeout do something. And we're going to see how all of this reflects. We have a doer, reset doer. We forgot to set the category, so it's not in intensives. See, when you see that, you just, we're here. No, we want the doer reflect. Yeah, component category, we can get rid of the reset doer. I'm not going to do the description. Intensives, it's in the game. We're all good. See, and then when you rebuild, it's going to just come with the rest of the package. And now we have a reset doer. So I'm going to just make it wait 1 second. We're going to make our timeout doer take 3 seconds. And we're going to watch it. We're going to watch them talk to each other. So click play. Oh, start time. I fixed the start timeout. That's so funny. We don't have start timeout anymore. We have start timeout from intensives. I don't know if this was from the last tutorial or from earlier this tutorial. It was probably last tutorial. We fixed it, so everything's good. This will all work fine now. Just quickly, did I save? Okay, yeah, the star's gone. Yeah, start timeout. Run. Okay, run. We ran. We're waiting our timeout. Hey, everyone, do something. I'm doing something. Resetting timeout. Hey, everyone, do something. I'm doing something. Resetting timeout. Hey, everyone, do something. And they'll go for infinity because they're robots. We did it. We did it. So what are we going to do different now? I'm going to kill the reset doer component, and I'm going to make a script canvas. Oh, you know what? No, we'll just, we've got our start timeout helper. It's meant to be a helper for our timeout do something anyways. We'll just edit from there. So we have on graph start, and we're starting the timeout on our companion. But we can do more than that. We can go and look up do something. And so now you'll see two, and I'll show you. If you do the one, just like start timeout, we can yell, you do something. But we're not going to do this one. We're going to do the nice bright blue one. And we're going to get script event, just like any other stick. You can go tick, on tick. Look, they're the same. Samesies. On tick has that data, but we have do something. So our timeout, we're going to help it start, and then when it tells us to do something, we're going to do it on script. So I'm just going to say print, and we're going to say I'm a script, and I can do something too. Save. And so we have now our timeout do something, and we've got our timeout helper. And we can click reset so that we can watch this. And we're going to wait 3 seconds. And we're going to say, hey, everyone, do something. And it says, hey, I'm a script and I can do something too. Awesome. So as an engineer, we're now showing how the programmers doing the C++ can start making editor side, design side tech that completely hides the C++ away but gives them the functionality we want. So now, contrary to this, we're going to do script only do stuff. And we're going to start from scratch real quick. Script canvas. And just for the sake of just saying we're going to, oh, no, you know, we can do something a little extra here. Because we have the scripts, let's make another entity and call it script doer. And this one can be script do stuff. Okay, here's some fun. I love making games. We're going to make a new script, file new. And we're going to control save. And we're, oh, in our project, whatever. We're going to go, this was the script do something, and we're gonna on graph start, and just for our sanity we're gonna go time delay, and we're gonna go seconds. So we're making our timeout doer actually on done. So after the seconds after 1 second for sanity, 3 seconds delay, we're going to say do something, the command one. But we're going to expose an entity ID from scripts, the doer. Oh, the doer. And we're going to apply it to component. So now we can set it outside, and we're going to tell the doer to do something. You can do this in script by creating a the doer value. So you can go az entity ID, the doer. This is basically what we're doing. And then we're over here making the field, and we're doing the timeout time. Now that I'm in the middle of it, copy the doer, save doer, go over here, timeout time, the doer, target doer. That's probably the better way to do it. You do something. Save, we'll build that later. Let's get back to the scripting. So we just did this both, if you will, on script. You need to then go the doer. Sorry, I want to just let you and replace, instead of calling myself, I'm going to call my target the doer. Now we have the same. Here we're saying do something. Over in the script we're saying do something, and the person we're yelling it to is what we designate as the doer. The doer. Good. Save. Now we're gonna create a new script. I'm gonna click save, and we're gonna go script doer. So now we can have do something here, and I'm pretty sure we'll see if these are just empty, they'll fire anyways, but we'll see. And so now we can go print I'm the doer. I'm not the something. Save. We of course want to make sure that we're going to actually do something. So let's just print here, starting script timeout. Connect this to start. You don't have to put the print between, you could do it after, but I just want to make sure that the commands all come in order. Oh yeah. No, actually we can do something even better. We can go get name, UI, entity, behavior, okay, I think it is. No. Get entity name. Here we go. Game entity context, so that's when we're running the game, that context. We can go in here. So we're getting their name, a nice little string, and we're going here, and we're going telling the doer to do something. And this is a good way to do diagnostics, to debug. We have to save this. These are all saved. The script doer is the doer, and we're saved. So we have our script only do stuff. So, oops, I didn't mean to open it. I want to script do something. Oh, do something. And we have our doer, so we want to drag our doer over here. Script doer. And then we got our script doer, and we're going to add a script canvas. I clicked home, and we're going to go doer, script doer. And we've got the script doer. Just for the sake of this, we're going to just disable our timeout helper. Disable component. Stopped our timeout helper. So now we have our script only do stuff, our script only doer. We're going to reset this and click play. Starting script timeout, telling script doer to do something. I'm the doer, I'm not the something. So this final example is how when you make robust C++ code and functionality and components and utility gems, you can then allow yourself as the designer to be able to plop this stuff together quickly, or your colleagues that are working on the same project. So then these systems are really, really compelling, really, really cool to work with. And the sky's kind of the limit. They've made the entire game out of it, or the editor out of it. So trust that these three things, the gem, the components, and the entity, are massive contributors to building the game. So with that, I think I'll leave you there and get to programming. you should be good to go. Just go crazy. Thanks for watching. See ya.